Subscribe or you'll be visited by the toll troll. If you can't make 100K a year flipping antiques on Facebook Marketplace, you're an idiot. That feeling when I've made millions flipping antiques to boomers. Ask me anything. That would require too much socialization. Average profit per item? 3 to 4K. Not bad. How many pieces are you moving a month? My best month was 15. Typically 5 to 8. You contribute nothing to this world and are actively making it a worse place to live in. LOL, I make that much in a single week on my shrimp farm. Most of my buyers are luxury restaurants, so I get good prices. I had one of those 1950s music consoles. It was a heavy piece of shite that the previous owners of my house, boomers, abandoned rather than try to move to their assisted living facility. I gave it to a couple of techie homosexuals who were into retro crap for the irony. I want top tier boomer shite, who can I contract for rugs and vases? It's true, I bought a fake leather chair that was in good condition for $100, ripped the tags off, and told people it was genuine. I told them it's so old, it doesn't even have any tags on it, it was handmade. I got over 40 plus messages on Marketplace asking me about it. Sold it for $1,000. You buy them on Facebook and sell them on Facebook? I always wondered, why don't people refurbish these themselves and sell them for the higher price instead of selling them to you for cheap? How don't they know they can sell it for more? They do know. Just lazy. Are you drunk, OP? First of all, you're an a-hole for being so condescending. Second, it's not exactly easy and it's very location specific. Also, just one or two competitors in your region can cost you thousands. I tried this before, it's so annoying. Find items at Goodwill/yard sales/swap meets, etc. Item in great condition is worth 2 to 3K average. Buy item for $100 to $300. Buy item for $1. Take it home. Clean it up and make repairs. Approximately $400 an item. It looks beautiful. In for $500 to $700. List on Facebook for double input costs. Way undervalue for quick flip. Get messaged from Enrique. Yo Holmes, would you take $100? I can get the same thing at IKEA for $89. Get messaged by Tyrone, A Mong, ya finance? Eyes can gives you $50 to start. I'm good for IT. Get messaged from Ming. Hero, I am interested in peace. Why so much though? Father died last year. We threw out table just like it. $40 take it or leave it. Hero? Get message from Charles. Thank God, someone white. Hi, I saw your piece for sale. I don't have the money. Just wanted to say that looks great. Have a great day, keep doing the Lord's work. I bought the materials and tools, so now I just do this as a hobby for myself, and I've furnished my entire house now with awesome pieces I restore for myself. My friends find pieces and they pay $300 an item on top of materials, and it's a little side hustle. But selling on Facebook or any other site makes me want to kill myself. People are so heckin' cheap, assume that you're trying to rip them off, or that I've seriously marked up a piece. They don't understand value, just what's the price, and how cheap can the number be. Pays $200 for item and wipes it down. Upset when people won't pay $2,000 for it. Everyone is wrong, not you. How do you find good pieces and what classifies as a good piece? Did you go in with no clue or you were well versed in antiques? Can you show proof of income that you're really making millions off this LOL? Junk that nobody wants except other boomers, maybe, and your target market is rapidly dying out? No, thanks Jeff. I should be more clear. I started selling on Facebook Marketplace, but I quickly figured out you're selling into a cesspool. I moved on to selling on my own email list and built my own Instagram for lead generation. Saves beautiful things. He's making the world less disgusting. Selling antiques after refurbishing them on Facebook. Sounds like you're more brown than Enrique or Tyrone Desu. Just open a heckin' store or at least use eBay. Who do you think you can find on Facebook? The best would be another treasure hunter like yourself, who will act exactly like Enrique. Not that a-hole, but if you're into art and dessing and visited some museums to learn how an original antique looks like in real life, you can easily tell what's worthy from the crap. Maybe the first times you'll make a mistake and end up with some shite, but I assure you that quality literally glows. Okay, sounds good. But literally, if I start from nothing now, where do I start? Literal visit furniture museums or something? Are pieces one-offs or is it something you can Google and see what they go for? I don't want a Facebook or to be seen hawking furniture on there. Can I do it elsewhere with similar minimal effort? I am pretty keen go get into this, seems like a fun hobby at worst. You can start by Googling the different furniture styles and try to learn which features are typical of each era. Then you can visit museums. Any museum showcasing old things, like birth houses, is going to be fine. To feel what they're like in really life, old stuff is easy to spot from the type of materials and construction style compared to modern junk, even if they have similar shapes. But as I said, it's something you feel in real life or looking at very little details. Are pieces one-offs, or is it something you can Google and see what they go for? High-end design pieces, often linked to a famous designer, were built in factories in large numbers, so you can definitely find them on Google and know their average prices and value. Those are the easiest to spot since they normally catch the trained eye. You can Google famous design furniture and items too. There are books and catalogs about that subject. One-off pieces are likely antiques, before the 1850s, where the first design furniture factories started production, or the work of an artisan. In that case, the value merely depends on how good they look since they don't have a famous name attached to them. Seems like a fun hobby at worst. For me, it's an hobby since I'd need a huge number of deals to open a trade and not get ruined by taxes. Since I live in a formerly rich part of Europe, I can easily find antiques sold for nothing because people nowadays is regarded like unknown and gets rid of grandpa's stuff at the thrift store just to make space for IKEA crap and Funko Pops. Good for me, I guess. That's true for plebs though. Wealthy people, high-end hotels, restaurants, etc. will always pay good money for that kind of stuff because the quality is real. Who says only boomers want that is regarded? Just remember that there are some styles more en vogue at the moment, while some other are really hard to sell. That could change in the future as fashion changes. It has always happened and that's not going to change. Old stuff was always appreciated in every age, no matter how future-oriented it was. I'd say it's a human need to feel a link with the past, therefore collecting antiques will always be around. If you've read Orwell's 1984, you know that the protagonist starts collecting random things from the old world even if they're without any value, since his fascination is about the past, not the thing in itself. Sorry for the philosophical digression, but thinking everyone will be happy and live in the pod owning nothing except minimalistic IKEA slop is far from the truth. I should be more clear. I started selling on Facebook Marketplace, but I quickly figured out you're selling into a cesspool. I moved on to selling on my own email list and built my own Instagram for lead generation. Okay, so how much did you actually make when you just used FB Marketplace? Also, how do you know which pieces of vintage furniture to buy and refurbish? Can you just refurbish anything and sell it for a lot? Or does it have to be specific brands/styles? I'd hate to buy some piece of furniture and spend money making it look nice only to find out no one really wants it anyway. Too much trouble dealing with the physical world, moving around heavy objects, having enough store space, having to keep inventory mapped, dealing with annoying customers. Also, you only make good money if you practically steal the items or price gouge when selling. eBay. Now look who's stupid. eBay buyer protection will ruin your ace and eBay customer support is beyond dogshite. Appeals have entitled Bow Stacy's Roasties who will gleefully take your money on a non-refund item. You will pay an eBay fee from the item sold and seller can keep it plus refund. Former seller. Still a better market pool compared to Facebook, which is literally a yard sale online. If you really want to make it a functioning trade, you should have your own website/store. By the way, I've never found problems with buyers on eBay yet, but of course I'm not selling a lot like you did and I totally believe your bad experience. $100K a year is not enough to deal with Facebook Marketplace boomers. What about Etsy? In my minimal research, it seems like an option. What is the average price you're selling at? $200 to $300 or $2K to $3K? Local pickups only? Etsy seems more pricey compared to eBay, so it may be better, but I don't know their policies. I sold only little pieces of design, not furniture, since the shipping is a bit of a problem in itself, so the first bracket you said is more fitting in my case. As I said, I do it as an hobby because I like the hunt and getting good deals. It all depends on what you're selling though. As I said, some styles and pieces are really sought and you may earn a lot from those alone. I find most of the stuff at thrift stores, never used Facebook even if I see how it could be a perfect place to mine good deals. Nice, I plan to visit a few thrift shops to see if anything pops, maybe not buy but go home and research what I see. I hate dealing with Marketplace as a buyer, so as a seller I can only imagine the hell it would be. I am just sitting on crypto being a lazy piece of shite, so this should give me something to do. I suggest you to start by buying something you genuinely find interesting, so even if it turns out to be unworthy or difficult to resell, at least you'll have something you like. And remember, everyone who's into collecting or selling old stuff bought crap at some point. It will just train your eye for the next time.